Pack with me as I take on part of the Pembrokeshire Coastal Path this weekend. So I'm going on a very exciting trip this weekend down to Pembrokeshire in West Wales, take on 50 kilometres worth of the Pembrokeshire Coastal Path. We only have 3 available days to do part of this walk, so we can't complete the whole thing because that will usually take between 9 and 10 days. We're just going to be focusing on travelling from Milford Haven up to St David's, and we'll see what happens. So today I thought I'd show you what I put in my bag when I'm going on trips like this. So first of all, let's start with my bag. This is the High Gear 65 litre backpack. It's a pretty good size for when not camping, which we're not doing this time. We are stopping off at B&Bs and hostels. It's the perfect size. I think it holds enough room for your clothes, any other belongings, some food, but it's not too heavy when you're on significantly longer walks. It also has a lot of support. Here it has got a back brace. So yeah, this is the bag I will be taking. Okay, let's firstly start with clothes. So I'll run through this pretty quickly because it's pretty basic stuff. But I've got about 4 or 5 different kinds of t-shirts, different materials, some vest tops as well. Just depending on what the weather's going to be like. Like we're going this weekend, which is August bank holiday. It's supposed to be dry and sunny, but that part of the world, there is a little bit of a microclimate, so things change quite a lot. It is quite windy down there as well. I just want to be prepared for everything. Additionally, I have some kind of tighter gym top style long sleeve tops. These are just really lightweight. You can kind of just add them as an extra layer, and yeah, they're really, really good. So on top of my usual gym long sleeve tops, which are quite thin, but they do provide an additional layer of warmth. I also have my favourite fleece ever, which is from Berghaus. If you haven't got a Berghaus fleece, you really should invest in one. They are incredibly warm, incredibly lightweight, and also like, look at this cool design. I absolutely love this. Anyone from Manchester Hype Pals will know how much I love this jumper. I also have this zipper, which is, it kind of doubles up as a little bit of a mat. It's got this waterproof material here. It's my Wales rugby jumper, which I thought, given that we're going to hike back in Wales, I will be taking that with me. But again, just an additional jumper just for an extra bit of warmth. Then have these Quechua walking pants. They are waterproof. They are quite thin. I think they are perfect for just throwing on top of leggings when things get a little bit rainy. I do have multiple pairs of leggings as well that I'm going to pack, but they are currently on the washing line. I am also bringing a small pair of shorts just in case it gets particularly hot or in the evening when I just want something to chill out in. I will also be taking my waterproof jacket. This is just a basic one from Decathlon, but I think it does a really good job. It's also got quite a large hood, which I really like because I hate when it rains and the water goes on your face. I absolutely hate that. I will be bringing this as well, although it isn't forecast to rain. It's always important to bring that because, you know, the UK is the UK. Additionally, I'll be bringing my baseball hat with me. I'll also be bringing this snood, which I actually originally bought for skiing. This is also from Decathlon. It's very simple, but it is quite nice when it is particularly windy. And you just have a bit of a gap here where you're going to have a bit of a draft. So I always bring that with me just in case. It also can double up as a headband as well if your hair is just getting in the way. I will also be bringing my gloves. These aren't any particular type of hiking gloves. They are actually just some kind of basic fashion gloves. I think they're from M&S, but they do the job. They're quite thick, so that works quite well. So that is my clothing. I will show you my shoes now. So from a footwear perspective, obviously I will be wearing primarily my hiking boots. To these ones, they have been worn a significant amount before. These are the Regatta Isotex boots. I have had these for a little while now. They're my favourite because they are waterproof. I just really like these ones. They also didn't take ages to break in, so that's always a benefit. I will be taking my new Tevas. I've seen a huge hype about these online. I've bought them for an upcoming trip in a couple of months. But yeah, these are supposed to be really good for hiking. I'm not convinced, but I mean, the grip looks quite good. We will see. I'll test them out. I just figured that if my feet are a bit tired from walking all day, this might be beneficial just to give my feet some time to breathe. I'm taking like a very basic pair of flip-flops. This is purely just for the hostel and for when I need to use the showers. Okay, so we'll just quickly go run through some toiletries. I have this very large microfiber towel, which I also got from Decathlon, which I absolutely love. It's massive and it dries super fast. It can be folded up really, really small in your bag, so that's ideal. Just gonna run through some basic kind of first aid toiletries and things like that I always bring on these longer types of hikes. So obviously hand sanitizer, that's just a given. This bottle is actually a small amount of sun cream. That is good just in case the sun decides to make an appearance. This is one of my favorite things. This is the Tiger Balm. And this stuff is amazing. If you have anything that is achy or sore, you put this on and this honestly makes it feel like 10 times better. It does smell quite strongly, but honestly, I really like the smell. I always bring this with me just to help if I'm aching a little bit. Additionally, I have Savlon antiseptic just in case there's kind of cuts, burns, that kind of thing. It's always just useful to have in your first aid kit. I also have this Smidge mosquito spray, and it's really helpful when I travelled up on the North Coast 500 up in the Highlands of Scotland. It's kind of midgy season and it can get incredibly annoying. You just kind of spray this all over you and it repels the midges, so that is helpful. Additionally, I also have these Compeed blister packs because you never know what is going to happen to your feet. As I said, my boots are completely worn in and I'm very comfortable in them, but if you are walking a significant amount a day, which is what we're doing, you never know when these might come in handy. So on top of that, I just have the usual kind of painkillers, paracetamol, ibuprofen, which will no doubt be used at some point. So I have some baby wipes just because they're just always very handy, and I will also be bringing a toilet roll with me as well. When it comes to sleeping, I always bring an eye mask with me. This is just so I can have a full night's sleep without worrying about any light coming through the windows. And also in a hostel, you never know when the main lights are going to be turned on. So I always bring this with me. And then additionally, I have my Loop earplugs because again, in a hostel or even in a hotel, you don't really know how loud it's going to be. And these are always really good for me for blocking out any outdoor sounds. Again, making sure that I get a full night's sleep so I can walk to my best capacity the next day. In terms of additional toiletries, I've gone quite basic. I don't kind of have a lot of cosmetics myself on a day-to-day basis, so I think that helps. So I'll just run through what I will be bringing. So we have deodorant, which is a classic and needed. A very, very small amount left in this perfume bottle. I have the CeraVe facial SPF, which is incredibly important, and I find this one to be the best one. I've got very sensitive skin, and this is just perfect. I also wear contact lenses, so I will have this mini contact lens solution with me and then also my contact lens container. So I've got my eyelash curler, my lip gloss and a mascara. Very, very basic. I've been bringing my toothbrush and my toothpaste, but my toothpaste is in the bathroom at the moment. Additionally, I really hate it when my hair is in my face all the time. So I have this pawpaw spray, which helps me just slick back my hair with these bubbles. And I have this brush to help me. That's literally all I have from a personal toiletries point of view. So moving on to kind of like tech and other little bits. Well, I say tech. Sunglasses. I will be bringing my sunglasses. I don't really know where this sits in all of this, so I just thought I'd put this in now. Additional tech will be my drone. This is the DJI Mavic Mini. Depending on the weather, I may or may not use it. When it's windy, it's really not a good idea to send it up, but I want to bring it just in case, so that is coming with me. I'm also bringing my power bank. I think this can get up to 3 or 4 charges. It comes with this small cable here, so that is also useful because I will be needing my phone throughout the day. And I don't want to worry about having to charge it or find a charger. I am also bringing this head torch. This is a really basic one that I found in Decathlon, but it does the job perfectly. On some of the days, we may be walking a little bit later in that we might just be doing it just after sunset, so we may need a little bit of an additional light. So very good to have just as an emergency. Anyway, so that's what is in my bag for this weekend. If you have any suggestions or anything that you think I should be bringing, please let me know. I will be bringing you along and I will be updating regularly on the Manchester Hike Pals account. But yeah, let me know your thoughts and wish me luck.